Hi, it's Paris from Epic Reviews, the health channel, and I have to admit I'm ashamed to say that it's January 9th and only now am I getting back on the wagon with my nutrition and diet plans. When I came back from Mexico I had a cold which turned into an ear infection and a big earache, and so I was indulging in comfort foods during that time and probably added a few more pounds. Sometimes that's how it goes. But I'm back now and back on track. I had my oatmeal for breakfast. I'm about to go have my beans for lunch, and I wanted to show you snacks, which is the next in the week-long series that I had been working on back in December. So, want to go over the snacks that I recommend, the things that I have, and some of them are kind of interesting you may not have considered, but anyway, you can see what I have here. Old standbys, apples and bananas, both good, about 100 calories each. Cherries, actually, not this full amount necessarily, we're looking at a cup as the portion, but cherries are actually pretty good calorie-wise because they have the pit inside that you don't eat. So it seems like a lot of food and it feels fairly heavy when you're carrying your cup of them, but actually since you don't eat the entire amount of it, it's not too bad on calories. It's about 74 calories for a cup of cherries. Blueberries. A cup of these is about 83 calories. So you're actually, for a cup of this, you're looking at fewer calories than in a banana or an apple. All very healthful, all have different good things for you. Now, I'm going to talk about some freeze-dried versions of these, but what I'm skipping over, and what used to be a major snack for me, was nuts. Because you would always hear people talk about nuts are so healthy. They are, as long as you don't eat too many of them. The problem with nuts is they're very high in calories. And so even though they have lots that's good for you, if weight loss is one of the things you're working towards, yeah, it's hard with nuts, especially cashews, which are my weakness. If you have a very small serving, even a very small serving size, like 150, 200 calories, but they don't come in that size pack usually. You have the can and you have to only eat that serving size. So anyway, if I'm out and nuts are on some other dish, I'll eat the nuts that are there, but I won't go out and buy a can of nuts anymore to have as a snack. It's just a weakness of mine, so I stay away from them. One other version of fruit, since you may get tired of these, and sometimes you're in the mood to have something that seems snacky, that's sort of like a splurge. It's something in a crinkly package that makes that sound, and you rip open the top and there's crunchy things inside, are freeze-dried snacks, which have made a big move in popularity recently. I found them in Sprouts and Whole Foods a while back, but now I'm finding them in my regular supermarket. These in HEB and these at Target just a few days ago. I hadn't seen this larger size packaging of them. These run about $1. These about $3, and this is freeze-dried banana, which they're good. When they freeze-dry them, they retain most of their shape and size, as well as their consistency when you eat them. You sort of let them wash around in your mouth a little and they reconstitute, and they're really good. Of course, a regular banana will cost you about 30 cents, and you're going to be paying $3 for this package. The one thing I've learned to stay away from, and the one thing I used to snack on a lot, was dried fruit, like the dried bananas. And I thought these were very healthy. After all, they're bananas. I knew they added a little sugar or something to them. Well, it turns out they fry them in oil after they dehydrate them to add some flavor back in. Because by mistake, I once bought the dehydrated bananas, just a natural version, the unsweetened version. Oh my gosh, I couldn't eat them. And I couldn't believe they didn't taste better, considering bananas are usually so sweet. Anyway, with the trick they do with these, with the sweetened version, is not only do they add sugar, they add a lot of oil, and the amount of oil would surprise you. In a 2.5 ounce serving of this, which isn't a great deal, this is a 2.5 ounce package here. 2.5 ounces of this has 100% of your saturated fat for the day. It's not good. They also have to add banana flavoring to the banana chips, which really is just, against nature to have to do that. So I used to have these regularly as a snack and used to put them in kids' lunches, but okay, now I've looked at the label carefully and I've learned. I'm going to see if I can get the kids to eat the freeze-dried bananas. These taste good. I'll pop a couple of these chips in my mouth. They're crunchy at first. You let them dissolve in your mouth. Well, not dissolve. You let them reconstitute with the saliva in your mouth. They sort of fluff back up and they get back their texture. So if you eat them consciously, so that you're actually enjoying them and letting them reconstitute and chewing them, paying attention. It's really slow eating to eat these banana chips. Of course, you could just throw them in your mouth, crunch it up, and swallow it before it even gets a chance to reconstitute and you get any chance to enjoy it. But if you do give them time in your mouth to fluff back up, they're actually very tasty, and it takes you quite a while to eat it, so you're not getting so many calories so fast. Okay, so I've had a couple, and they're good. They still taste really sweet. They're a very nice snack. They're expensive. It's $3 for this pack. Now this would be more than one snack's worth, I think, under ordinary circumstances. But you know, if you get the blueberries, they taste so good, and they're natural, and they're generally less expensive to have as a snack than the freeze-dried. But whatever's going to work for you, that's the main thing. Get something that's going to be attractive, that you can have sitting around the house, and that's what you're going to go to when it comes to be 10:30 in the morning or 3:30 in the afternoon, and you feel, I want something, and for me anyway, it's usually I want something sweet. So any of these fit the bill. Heed my warning about these other banana chips, so I'm kind of disappointed in myself for not having paid more attention to that sooner and caught on. I think I've been having an awful lot of calories and an awful lot of fat, not realizing it with these. So anyway, staying away from them. So this is my recommendation for snacks. I know they do make other small portion control snacks of cookies and chips and so forth, but I never stop with one of those packages, so it's better for me not to have those in the house. I like to have something in the house that if I eat an extra one, I don't feel so terrible about it. So that's it for snacks, and next video will be about exercise. I'll show you my treadmill desk and how I work and exercise, and also sometimes play and exercise at the same time, and how that's worked really well for me.